Hello everyone. Day 2 of my 30-day live challenge for September, and I'm feeling a lot better than yesterday. I'm feeling more awake. Awake is good. I just felt really kind of out of it yesterday. Last night I actually thought I might be coming down with something because I just felt off. I knew I was tired, but then I just felt a little bit weird. So guess what? I took a whole bunch of vitamin C and I got a good night's sleep and I feel awesome today. So that is great. And so today I was thinking I kind of wanted to go back to yesterday's and follow up on some things I said yesterday about action leading to inspiration. And I think I will do that eventually because I want to talk about the difference between knowing when to take action and when to rest, because that's an important distinction too. But today there's something else that feels more potent, more salient for me. And the reason I never run out of content here is because I basically just share with you what's going on in my head. So today I want to talk about how, or actually why I'm doing this. Why did I create this Rise Up with Susan May? Why do I love sharing so much? Why do I want to connect with you? Why do I think I can help you? And I want you to take note of one word, actually one little part of a word. I originally started explaining to you that last year, when everything went nuts in the world, that our family was able to deal what was going on with the world better. Things were just a little bit easier for us. Now I want you to notice that little easy. I'm not saying things are easy for us all the time, but they are easier. And that's what I want to share with people. Why are things easier, or how different choices we've made, different things I've learned have made things easier for us. So that's my purpose here. I'm also here to share with people that want to hear this, which is something a lot different than what I was doing last year and on my old Facebook account that I deleted. Last year I felt very urgent. I wanted to share information that I felt maybe would lead people to change their minds, which I learned over time really did not happen in very many cases. There are some people that change their minds, and I'm always very impressed with those. So today, actually, some things came up for me about some of those relationships that I've had either to let go completely of, or that have kind of been transformed by things. So I'm not nearly as close with some people. I don't stay in touch with them. We just kind of let ourselves drift apart because it seemed easier. And some things came up that just made me feel angry again, made me feel grumpy. And I think this is pretty common right now because there's so many of us that feel unheard, misunderstood. And so underneath all those feelings of anger and feeling grumpy, I realized that it's actually a lot of disappointment. I'm really disappointed in some people. And it's not that I want them to believe like me or think like me or live like me. That's not my disappointment. My disappointment is the complete lack of an ability to hear me, a complete lack of curiosity, it feels like, when it comes to, they don't seem to want to even try to understand. So it's a disappointment that comes out often when certain things happen. And so I just want to talk a little bit about how I process that feeling, or those feelings of sadness, of disappointment, of real loss. The first thing I do is I really just notice the feelings. I recognize them and acknowledge them. With little kids, we help them name their feelings. Oh, you're feeling sad. You're feeling mad. You have to do it for yourself too. So I recognize and acknowledge the feelings, and I really try to let them be. If you're trying to distract yourself from them by doing something else, or like scrolling Facebook, that might not be the most helpful thing to do. Sometimes you need to just sit and breathe and let the feelings be. I also tell myself it's not going to last forever. Feelings never last forever. I know that it will and I know that I will feel something else soon, and so that helps me just kind of breathe through it. From a spiritual perspective, I have found spiritual people to be so helpful to me in just dealing with the world, dealing with other people, dealing with my feelings. And maybe some of you are familiar with Katie, I think it's Katie Byron, Love What Is. She wrote a book, and I think it's called Love What Is. I'll have to look it up. But I love that phrase, love what is, because it reminds me to love those people that I'm having a hard time with, that I'm frustrated with, to love them as they are, because they are under no obligation to behave in a way that makes me feel good. And the sooner I can recognize that, I can let go more, because really this feeling of sadness and disappointment is me still clinging to the way I wanted them to be. That's what it is. And it's not to say that I need to accept them and be around them and talk to them, but if I can just accept that they have to be on their journey and do what they need to do, it can help me move on and be healthy and happy in my own life. So those are some of the things I do. I also went on my regular lunch walk with my husband and Carter and Yoshi, and it's amazing how much moving just gets you in a better state of mind. So another thing I want to talk about is how, I'm sharing these things with you, and yes, it's easier, but obviously I still struggle with things. And so I don't ever want anyone to put me on a pedestal and think, I have things all figured out, because I don't. I don't have the answers. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Someone that is quite successful shared an idea of sharing scars, not scabs. And I understand what she meant. She meant, don't always share everything when it's super messy. And generally, I don't do that. There are things that I have kept very close to my heart that I don't share a lot about. For example, about Carter, our youngest son, who's on the autism spectrum. I haven't felt ready to share certain things about that. There's lots of things that I don't always share right away. And so I can understand that perspective. But right now, the people that I want to reach and help are people that are struggling with how the world is right now, which is also what I'm struggling with. So I may be sharing a lot of messier stuff, and I hope that by myself sharing my process, I can help other people. So I really am walking with you. Oh, there's our neighbor's dog. You hear it? I'm walking with you, which I love, because my blog's name is Together Walking, and I really just think this is a big journey that we're on. So I thank you for being here. Day 2 is on the books. I have some things I'm really excited to share with you coming up. So please join my private Facebook group. I'll put the link in the comments again here. And please stay in touch. Sending love to you all. Bye.